Well. Good morning, West Ham fans. We have now hit 100 players we've been linked with already. Yes, a very happy Tuesday to you, my friends. Hopefully a better day than it was yesterday. Very wet in Essex yesterday. Anyway, hope you're safe and well. It's Tuesday, and it means it's more transfer rumours. As soon as we know, as the day lasts 24 hours, there will be a transfer rumour at least once for West Ham, and there'll be at least one South American player we're linked with. It seems, obviously, by what we're led to be believed, we should have some sort of announcement in the next couple of days about 𝙍𝙀𝙋𝙊𝙍𝙏, who he's had yesterday. He flew in, apparently had his medical, and is starting to do all the social media walkabout around Chadwell Heath and Rush Green, and then he runs screaming and shouting after he sees the porter cabins. But we know that's apparently in the works. Now, obviously, no official. If you remember, actually, as soon as the winter window finished, I think it was Brighton came out and said that they were signing the bloke we tried to sign. Name completely has escaped me, but we can say he's signing, as of the 1st of July, basically. Similarly with like Wes Fodringham or maybe Asma Begovic, still sort of in the water a little bit in terms of that third choice goalkeeper. But it seems like it's not money. It seems it's like bids, apparently. And as I said, we've now hit 100 players we've been linked to. 5 Premier League squads we've been linked with. 3, which we're going to talk about today. And one of them I'm very interested about. And I'll show you the 100 list as well, because why the hell not? So let's crack on like Donkey Kong and talk about not Ibrahim. We're going to talk about let's talk about him first. Ibrahim Maza from Hertha Berlin. Apparently West Ham are chasing. We've spoken about him before. The Hertha Berlin youngster. According to Claret and Hugh, they say that West Ham are reportedly in a 4-way battle to sign him, according to the German publication Blin. The 18-year-old has been very impressive in the Bundesliga 2 last season, contributing 2 goals and 2 assists in 15 appearances, mostly coming off the bench. He's got a hell of a strike on him, apparently. Us, as well as the likes of Brighton and Brentford and Leicester, apparently, all interested in acquiring his signature, which could drive up the fee for the young German. Maza's potential is there to see. He's progressed from the Hertha Berlin academy system, established himself into the first team, but he still has a lack of experience and further development. He's the rough diamond at the moment. So he might not be someone who gets immediate first team football, but could be a very valuable squad player initially, and then nurturing his talent and developing. And having someone who's basically a head coach, such as 𝙍𝙀𝙋𝙍𝙏, will benefit someone like Maza in that he's being coached by, he's not. It seems like we're sort of the narrative. We sort of manager, head coach. What's the difference? A head coach just looks after the team. A manager is involved with the team, but also involved with transfers, contract negotiations, all that type of stuff. J-Lo's job is going to be managing the team, and someone like Maza coming in will be really interesting. Obviously, we have a slight maybe advantage in that Tim Stein has the German connection, but we'd need to be patient with someone like Maza coming in. But we'll wait and see what happens. Interesting, it's interesting we've been linked with these types. But even 𝙍𝙀𝙋𝙍𝙏, by what we're led to believe, he's very much seen as a prospect rather than somebody who's going to come in and immediately command a first team spot. And so he'll be, he's only 18 as well, so he'll be, being brought into the side gradually, potentially, which allows him to grow within the team. So, yeah, and I think same true of Maza. But we'll keep an eye on that one for sure. Although I pressed the wrong button, so there we go. Let's move on, like Donkey Kong, and talk about. Let's go in reverse. We'll talk about Bellanova, Raul Bellanova, a player who's been linked with the Torino right winger, but actually is a right back as well. Plays all the way down the right hand side. And apparently, according to Tutto Sports via AS Roma Live, West Ham could now make an important bid to sign the 24-year-old player who can operate, as I said, as a right back and as a right winger. He's had 1 goal and 7 assists last term. He's also meant to be of interest to Aston Villa as well. And apparently, according to the article in Tutto Sports, the Hammers appreciate the progress Bellanova's made and have seen him debut for the Italian side in recent months as well, the national side. Apparently, as it stands, Roma as well are interested and apparently leading the race with a 21.2 million price tag mooted. I mean, he's in the top 4 percentiles for progressive carries compared to his peers across Europe, which again shows his sort of dribbling ability. He's in the top 40 take-ons. And, if we do sign a player like, or sign Bellanova, if you sign Raul, we have got a very much a progressive, forward-thinking wide man, as I said, who can play and would probably be utilised in the right back position. We don't really need him as a winger, but as a right back, I think it would be, nowadays, as I said before, the right back's like auxiliary, it's like attack first, defend second. And Raul could be someone who comes in. Again, Aston Villa can obviously offer him Champions League football. We can't offer him in European football. And it'll be, he's got blistering pace, absolutely blistering pace, which is something we desperately need. And I think next year, with a decent squad, then we can back in Europe for the 25-26 season. And lastly, our 100th player, ding, 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 we've been linked with, is the Argentinian bad boy, as he's been labelled on Claret Hugh. Nuan Perez from Udinese. He's a centre-back by trade. Can play right back as well, though. Has played right back. And apparently West Ham are interested in the bad boy. 24-year-old Argentinian international defender, plays for Udinese. He's actually attracted interest from Napoli, with Antonio Conte's new club offering Udinese 16 million euros for him in the winter transfer market. But that was rejected. And around a fee around 20 million euros is what's being banded around for him. Last season, he had 8 yellow cards and 1 red card. Well, that red card, I think, was a second yellow. So it wasn't a straight red, I believe. So, him and Edson Alvarez in the same side. Whoa! A lot of yellow, lot of bookings. There'll be a lot of bookings, that's for sure. Hopefully Alvarez will calm down a little bit. He signed Udinese from I believe it's Atletico Madrid. He was on loan beforehand for a season, and then they made that deal permanently in the summer of 2022. For around, I think, about 8-9 million euros, I think it was. Last season, he made 32 appearances in Serie A, and he has been very much a cornerstone of the Udinese defence for the last couple of years. Particularly last year was a very strong year for him. He plays. Udinese playing a back 3, and he plays the right side of the back 3. Might have some concerns there, maybe, in terms of, we know that Lopetegui plays a back 4 usually, but it gives you the ability, if you can play in the back 3, we can adjust as well. If he does go to a back 3 for some games, you've got Emerson, who's a fantastic, I think, left wing back, better left wing back and better left back, in my opinion. And then maybe someone like Bellanova on the right, on the right hand side as a wing back. There's that is a very exciting side. But if we do go to back 4, he's, I think, 6'2", so pretty average height for a centre half as well. And he's 23 as well. So you can see, definitely, we've been linked with him. We obviously spoke yesterday and Sunday about Jake O'Brien from Lyon rather. 6'4", I think he is. Vitoa from Internacional in the Brazilian Serie. They, so it's clear. We don't talk about Bruno. No. But we know that's dead in the water now, that one. Sally Progly have basically offered him more money, and we've said, right, fair, take it. So it's clear there's some movement around in the centre half positions. We're looking at apparently 2 centre halves with Nayef all but pretty much guaranteed to be going possibly to La Liga to Atletico Madrid. That seems to be the most likely at the moment in terms of having the money to stump up. And, the apparent stripping of the captain's armbands for Zuma next year, and looking for someone very. You can see the type of players we're linked with, very mobile centre halves, which we don't have at the moment. In terms of Kurt Zuma's not the most mobile player. We've got one of the most mobile players in the Premier League, let alone at West Ham. So you can see what we're trying to do there, and I think we're going to see so much more. Apparently 6 to 8 signings they want. I don't think they'll get 6 to 8, in all honesty. But who knows with this? And it is exciting. I think it's a very exciting new setup. And just let Tim fly. Just let him fly. Interesting to see that. Obviously, 𝙍𝙀𝙋𝙋 got a BA flight. Apparently, not a private jet. Bit expensive, a private jet. Business class, about £5,000 ticket in it one way. I think from Sao Paulo. So as I said, Perez is our 100th player we've been linked with. There is a list, my friends. There is a list. And it's only the 11th of June. Strap in. I almost said strap on. Strap in. There's plenty more to come, that's for sure. And we haven't signed one. And we can't sign anyone officially, really, yet. Although it does look like 𝙍𝙀𝙋𝙋 is happening very... What's happened there? I think it might be even more than 100 now. Yeah, I've made him. Yeah, I've just seen an error. That's going to be 𝙍𝙀𝙋𝙋, not Louis Charles. Sorry, weird's happening there. Anyway. So over 100 now, probably. But anyway, there'll be another 50 or 60 more at least before we get to the end of August. But anyway, have a great rest of the day. Take care. Stay safe. Stay warm. Stay humble. Keep the faith, my bloody friends. And I'll see you soon. Much love.